one looks like it's waving in the breeze. Sure. How about right there? It does wave when you do that. Yeah, but did you ever see it vibrate like that? I've never put a flag up in the moon before. What?
We got a beautiful picture of you guys up down there.
Let me tell you, Bob, this flag is a beautiful picture. That's beautiful. This has got to be one of the most proud moments of my life, I guarantee you. Go deploy an ALSEP. Have at it. First I gotta find an ALSEP site.
Schmidt carrying the ALSEP about 100 meters east of the LEM. Gene Cernan will drive out to the ALSEP site in the rover.
That looks like a big rock out there beyond.
That's the one we were talking about earlier.
We believe you now.
Oh, you won't believe it. Oh, there goes a fender. Oh, shoot.
Okay, was it the rear fender, Gino?
Yeah, I caught it with my hammer and it just popped right off. Good old-fashioned American gray tape on it. See whether we can't make sure it stays, because I don't want to lose it. Except the old-fashioned American gray tape doesn't stick to lunar dust-covered fenders.
Gene Cernan taping the fender on.
I never thought I'd be out here doing this. Bob, I am done. If that fender stays on, I'm going to take a picture of it, because I'd like some sort of mending award. It's not too neat, but, well, let's hope. Keep your fingers crossed, and I'll be more careful around the fenders.
Okay, copy that.
Site selection in all the missions entails the utilization by NASA of a number of scientific advisory groups and the inputs of many individuals across the country.
Exactly what's happening.
How's the TV working?
Beautiful. To coin a phrase, it's a panoramic scene of beauty.
Oh, come on now, Bob. Say, Bob, what do you think of the terrain?
Looks flat. Looks very flat and smooth.
That's why you're an astronomer. Oh, well.
In the moon, we have a window into the very early history of a planet in the near-Earth part of the solar system. From 3.3 billion years ago back to, say, 4.6 billion years ago. That is a history which is almost totally obscured to us on Earth. On the moon, that's where lunar history starts, and that's why it's exciting to Earth scientists who have for years been trying to find out what happened to the Earth in that very early time, and an understanding of the processes that really affected the total distribution of materials on the Earth. And it's in those materials that lie our resources, and in the long-term understanding of the Earth so that we can exploit those resources and exploit them in obviously a now, I think, a much more enlightened way than maybe we did in the past, but nevertheless we must exploit them in order to preserve the civilization we're used to. That's reason number one. A little bit involved, but it is probably the primary material justification, scientific justification for going to the moon. Secondly, and equally important related to the Earth, is an understanding of the history of the Sun. And within the soils of the moon, and within the rocks of the moon, the very surface layers of the moon, we are starting to see the effects of solar history on those materials. And there is no way we can get this information on the Earth or in orbit around the Earth because what we see there is what's happening now. What we see on the moon, we can go through the record of the soil and see what has happened 100 million years ago and up to probably at least 1 billion years ago in some places on the moon. And if we don't understand the sun and how it affects materials and what the history of that sun has been as it has affected our own environment on Earth, it's going to be very difficult to understand how to preserve the environment that we now know, because the sun is still the prime mover, the prime force for change in the environment we have to deal with.
Oh, Bob, I hope I can drill you a couple good holes. And I know you do too.
CERN drilling 2 8-foot holes for the heat flow experiment.
Hey, Bob, it's obvious that I'm going through some pretty tough stuff.
Yeah, Roger, we're seeing that, Gino. Looks interesting.
Yes, sir. Really working down there. Oh, you betcha, man. I'm in something tough down there now. Woo! What bore are you in? Number 3. Oh, where do we find such men? If I let go of that drill and I wasn't anchored to the ground, it'd throw me over the massif. It's funny how for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, isn't it? Hey, I've heard that before. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Oh, no. Come on, baby. Now that I got it. Okay. Stay there. Okay, back. Thank you.
Boy, Gino, that's what you call getting down into your work.
Bob, I'll save my comments till later. Oh, me oh my. We got them 3 cores, we got the neutron flux down, and we got 2 heat probes, and an L-step. Bob, I feel pretty good about that. That makes me feel pretty good.
Okay, congratulations.
Okay, Bob, we're about 15 meters from a 20-meter blocky rim crater. It's about 3 to 4 meters deep.
Okay, I copy that, Jack. Very good.
Oh, he's going slowly, though. Very slowly.
Try hitting, there you go. It's coming.
Outstanding.
The foreground features are somewhat different, simply because they were farther up under the hill, I think. But otherwise, that's remarkable.
If you can hook your, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and get it right. Hit it on the right side. It'll go this way, maybe. There you go. There's a good man. He's right there. Try another one. Don't lose that one. Let me get that one for you. Right, I got it. Got it? Oops. Okay, bag 476 is the rock sample with a little bit of the soil near it of a chip. Chip off the rock. Be careful down in there. And it's the, watch it, G. If I go down there, that thing's about 15 feet deep. Right. Here's the other chip. Got it. Okay. Oh, look at the dark minerals in there. Are those dark, black? Yeah, they may be ilmenite or fresh pyroxene. Give me a pressure of pyroxene. Okay, you want my bag?
Jim, you better make it clear to Parker that we got to pull out.
Yeah, it's 29.5 minutes from now, but remember, they left this side a little bit late.
Okay, we copy that.
And 17, a reminder to factor into your thinking this is only a 30-minute stop, and it's about 20 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. But we got a sample, huh? Okay. See if we can't fill this up for Christmas. You happy there? Yeah, that's good. Get your after. I'll get my after pictures. I'm going to take a close-up stereo of that contact. Definitely.
So what I really bring as a specialty is the ability, hopefully, of being able to integrate what I see, which in turn not only tells me what I should sample or what I should say or what I should photograph about what I see, but it will lead me to other observations. And this is something you gain by experience, no matter what field you're in. Field geology, aircraft flying, test piloting, botany, poetry, law, you name it. What you gain by experience is the rapid synthesis of what you're exposed to and a projection of that exposure into the next step. And so I don't feel myself very unusual being a scientist because we've had specialists before. And I'm really a geologist going to the moon, and we've got other types of scientists going on the Skylab program. Physicists, solar physicists, a medical doctor. We're just gradually evolving a phase of the exploration of space where we're now trying to apply specialties to the particular problems we have to deal with.
I was strolling on the moon one day in a merry, merry month of December. Now, May's the month. May, that's right. May is the year of the month. When much to my surprise, a pair of bunny eyes. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dee-da-dee. Almost looks like it's getting dark out, isn't it? Hope not. Oh, we is in trouble. That's a pretty good day's workout, you know? You know, I don't think we need an exercise period. Man, I hate this dust. I gotta make a new fender tonight. My tape didn't hold, it was too dusty. Oh man, look at that fender. That's terrible.
Okay, we'll take a look at it here while you're sleeping.
Get down a little bit more and you got another 2 or 3 inches. I can't get any lower, Willie. Me buttons are in the way. Okay, keep going. There you are. You're in. Godspeed the crew of Apollo 17. The hatch is closed and locked. Hallelujah. Cabin stable, Houston. How's it look to you?
Looks good to us, 17, and I'd like you to know you had a 7-hour and 12-minute EVA. I think is a tremendous job for what we might call a...
It really was. It really was.
I know it, man. I know it.
I tell you, I really wish...